Alright, day 2 update. So, in this closet here, working on getting all my different blazers, my sport jackets, whatever. Got a Copeland hoodie that I just bought back in March. I'm wearing an Andrew McMahon one right now. Got a bunch of different types of old video cameras up here in bags that I got from my old job at City Thrift. Some old stuff there. Cassette tapes are in there. Scarf, whatever. And this side is going to be kind of like a catch-all of I don't know what to do with it yet. So a stack of comics there I got the other day. Up there, just a bunch of random stuff I don't know what to do with. So this will be kind of where stuff goes that I'm going to have to pull out and go through later on. So my trash box, I've been going through. I've already thrown away 6 or 7 boxes of trash. These 2 tubs are my desk contents. So both those are going to get kind of parted out between the main desk and then the work desk over there. Let's see what else. Going through some stuff, found 2 books by Damien Eccles. I think I bought these when we were in Colorado. And I got some of the Make Flicks box set, the Joe Haggerty collection there. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It's actually signed by Malcolm McDowell from California in 2023 at the Halloween convention. And I've seen these in haul videos before. These special edition box sets from Make Flicks. So that's just one movie. That's Revenge of the Apes. This is the Axe Grinder collection, which is also in a big box like that with multiple discs, but these are all condensed. Camp Blood collection, which we also have in a big box like that. Animated Camp Blood, and then Strange Things Happen to the Weird House. So those will be going somewhere. VHS copy of Swamp Thing, signed by Adrienne Barbeau. A copy of... I brought both of them when I met her. I gave her the choice to sign, so I thought that one was better because she's more on the cover. A bunch of random stuff. This is going to be like my bin of like notes and little keepsake things and stuff that I don't know quite what to do with, stuff in my daughter's old journals. Pictures, just random things that don't know what to do with yet. So that'll accumulate there. A bunch of UMDs that I don't know what to do with. But so this is my main desk. Getting it set up. I'm going to have 2 big, huge things of hard drives. Start doing a lot more video work. Get the channels all back in line. Microphone up there for when I start re-recording all the poetry stuff. I said this is going to get shoved back a little bit as I do some work on the cable management. So this is an old 2014 Mac Mini, and I'm going to make sure it's clear and probably sell it. Down here is actually a DVD VCR combo. In there is is my Super Nintendo. A lot of my original games from back in the day. There was a whole bunch that I sold to my new job in Nerd Nation last year. When I first got a job there, I sold off a bunch of them. But there's going to be a big CRT television here that'll have the PlayStation, if I buy another one, Super Nintendo, and VCR all hooked up. And so this is going to be where I'm doing a lot of the video work. I like doing videos about, VHS or books or CDs or whatever else. So I got this little arm. I'm going to have to move over a little bit so I can stick the camera, in one of these. That I can be hands-free and use both hands. So these are all ready to go and light it up. So we should have some pretty good light here to work on stuff. So VHS protectors. This is my lamination machine. This is my thing for shrink wrapping. I just threw this here for the time being, but eventually I might actually swap this out with the 2 high one that I have in the bedroom. You'll see here in a second. It'll bring that down a little bit. And then eventually, maybe I said in the other video, I'm going to get a huge media shelf here, and all the CDs and stuff will go there. That's the plan. Maybe if I don't like this, I might take this and go against this wall. I'm not quite sure yet. I got Owl Warmer number 1. Got this interesting little thing I got from City Thrift years ago. So in the mail today, or from Amazon today, I got like 10 packages. This is some drinkware, plasticware, whatever, dinnerware that I got. Opened it as soon as I touched it. I was like, nope. It was just so plasticky feeling. Although I know it says wheat straw and plastic, but I just thought it'd be a little bit more something. So I just touched one thing. Like, nope, I'm sitting in the back. Batman toaster. That was my daughter's. Still works. Interesting little salt shakers, salt and pepper shakers I got at City Thrift. Black Dog mug, our Expandus water bottle. This is from the Oz Museum in Wamego, Kansas. Another old Black Dog one. This is my dad's thermos from when he was my age. I have like literally nothing to eat in this house. All I have in there is a growler of cold brew and some flavored waters. Nothing. Letter B, that's my name. 4 different types of coffee. These, every time my daughter's mother go out of town, I house sit for them. They always bring me back coffee. They used to bring me back coffee mugs, and now I have like 500 coffee mugs. When I switched to coffees, so I have been accumulating these for like probably a year or so. They've just been sitting in the house, and I finally brought them over here. Yeah. So, got a bunch of the old plates. These old Winnie the Pooh ones, bowls. Winnie the Pooh plates. There's a Captain America one. We used to use that one for my husky. We used to put his food, and I think it's a Batman one. We used to put his food on that, and he'd sit at the table with us. Film glasses. I have about 50 of those in storage. So it's coming together. I got this new set of like all black utensils. I got all these like matching, like a set of like glassware, like storage and stuff like that. That my leftover Slim Chickens is gonna go in those, go in the fridge. Moving on. This is where empty storage bins are going. So I'll probably reutilize some. There was a while everything in storage was in bins, and I started getting so much stuff I switched back to cardboard, but hopefully I'm going to condense back down. Not much to see in here yet. I got this cool thing. My daughter's mother gave that to me. Owl warmer number 2. Both those owl warmers I believe I got from City Thrift when I worked there, if I recall. Maybe I just got one, maybe one was a present, I don't recall. And this little storage closet for towels and stuff, it's going to be my sealed product. So like all these fry rag coloring books, a copy of the board game Miasmatic Mayhem that guys I know made, all these Michael Myers figures, like anything that's kind of sealed and stuff that's going to be either displayed later and or resold for the video archive or something. All that stuff's going to be cram-packed in here. That way it's out of boxes and accessible. Now, so got these Fiorino 4-tier shelves. I have 2 of these. One you'll see here in a second, and it's back there. I'm using it as a nightstand for now, but working on this. Now, what's interesting, this lamp, this little reading light, I wrote a poem that mentioned this light before, and it talked about how, like, you know, in the bulb in it, there's my reading lamp, blah, blah, blah. The bulb in it has burned for 2 years, just like you and I burned for 2 years, and blah, blah, some poetic crap about relationships. I wrote that in like 2001 or 2002. It might actually be, might be in that book, or maybe it's the second one. That's the same copy, but same book at least. I think it's in book 2, Understanding Thursday. I wrote a poem that mentions this lamp and how the bulb in it hasn't burned out. At least since the year 2000, when I wrote that poem in 2002. It's 2025 now, and that's still the same bulb from at least 25 years ago. I think that's cool. So this isn't all of them. Like, so there's 2 copies of my first book, and then these are just kind of proof copies that I printed off. This is series 2. So the first series of books is 9. Second series is another 9. And then series 3 is another 9. So from this book till the Streetlights came on, there's other 8 that aren't there that you'll see in another video. 9 and 9. All 27 of those I wrote between 1998 and 2012. So we'll talk more about those. If you've ever seen go to the Poetry channel, you'll see that stuff. But down here, these are all journals. So these are what's called the Tuesday journals. We'll go into more depth. So this Tuesday, it's always Tuesday. My house is year 20, October 14, 2001, December 31st. I started the day I turned 20 and wrote every day for a good solid 3 years, and I kind of fell out. It's hard to do with one hand. But then, like, maybe this many are like years 2021 to 2023, and there's a huge gap, and then like all this is like pretty much that right there is year 29. I tried to cap off the 20s. So we got a couple different Crow books down there. These are old sketchbooks from when I was in elementary school. We'll look at those someday. Dawn of X series. So I'm kind of piecing things together. Right now I'm just opening up boxes, trying to stick like things to get in the same area. 2 Chuck Palahniuk coloring books. What else came in the mail today? From Amazon today I got these 3 hampers. So it's going to be kind of like black and gray stuff, white stuff, and then like towels. I mean, it's not really white in there, but you know, I got these cool. I bought these towels, these dish towels, like 3 years ago, and they're just now being used. So black, white, probably towels or thicker things. Now, I stocked up on hangers. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really particular about hangers, and I know I'm going to be getting tons and tons of stuff out of storage, like all my old band shirts and all my stuff from growing up. I'm going to rewash them all and rehang them all, but I know there's hundreds of them, so I had to make sure that all my hangers are the same. So if they're on this side, these are the old hangers, and these are all the new hangers. So all the stuff here, as I wear it and wash it, those hangers will disappear, but get added to the new hangers. Yeah, I'm particular. Shoes. So not quite sure. Yeah, this will probably stay similar to this, but I might store some like private, more interesting things in here. This walk-in closet looking pretty nice. Now the big thing is that my bed got huge. So I always had box springs and a mattress, but I had like a really low frame on it. It was only maybe like 4 or 5 inches off the floor. So I left that at the last house. Brought this over, built this new like $70, really sturdy, nice frame. Really like it, but it added like a foot. So now this bed's, so probably one of these box springs I'll probably ditch, and it'll drop it down about a foot, which would be nice. But what's great about this is these are high enough, I already checked clearance to have comic book boxes. So I can get all my comic book boxes at a climate controlled storage, which I thought I was going to keep for a while, and just stash them all under here as I go through stuff. But so right now I'm using this two cube shelf for my TV stand with my Apple TV and my HomePod minis. And like I said, I'm using a matching shelf. This one and this one are the same. I'm probably going to get at least 3 or 4 more, because I want to replace these because they sat in storage for years and they're really dirty and dusty and busted up. So I'm going to get new ones, replace those. But this works now because it's high enough to match. But like I said, you can't really tell, but like if you can see me all the way in the mirror there, yeah, that's me. It's like almost to my belly button, how high this bed is. But it won't stay like that way for us. So, but I figured out that I can get, if I really wanted to, I could get like 6 of these like straight across all here. But I might actually do like 4 between here and here. Then I have this big old black shelf, like it's going to go here, that's covered in band stickers I've kept for years, but it's dismantled now. But I have to put it back together. So I'm going to do that to help cover up that window, to put that big black shelf there. And then I'm going to get at least 4 of these, I think. Line them up across here. TV will then go on top of that. And I should be able to get a good majority of all my books. You know, all my Lauren Conrad's and all my Stephanie Meyer books lined up and ready to go. That's not really a joke. And then I might figure out something to do. I was going to put a media shelf in here to help cover that window. I don't know. I might actually get 4 more of those, like I said, line those up and maybe take the 2 crappier ones and pop them up in there for something else. I'm not quite sure yet, but it's a work in progress. We're getting there. Bed is huge. I'm feeling good. Starting to feel like home a little bit. It's nice to finally have my journals out of storage. I need to bring my poetry journals from the other house, because just being in non-climate controlled storage has been kind of worrisome, but we're getting there. Starting to feel like home. All right. See you next time.